Folks, welcome to episode 51 of Soccer Situations. It's no big deal. It's not a milestone or anything. It's just old 51.
Yeah, 51. It's
Yeah.
another episode.
This episode is once again brought to you by Littlefoot Coffee. We're here at the Littlefoot Coffee Cabin.
Boom.
You can see ducks.
Drinking Littlefoot coffee.
I left mine over there, so I'm not right this second, but I can promise you I am. I think my caffeination will speak for itself throughout this episode.
Drinking not really needed coffee, but
Right?
it tastes so good, you just got to drink it.
Yeah. And with that, we got a big episode. Let's get going, dude.
Boom.
Episode 51, we've got club record transfer fees. We've got late kit drops. The season kicked off. And, the Prem is indeed back. Let's go.
Soccer situation.
What's up, Alex?
Going on.
Nothing. Ready to talk soccer.
Back at it again.
There's so much to talk about,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like the season kicked off.
right? It's so easy to fill out a podcast script when things actually
When
happen.
there's actually stuff going on. Yeah,
Right?
Makes it very easy.
Yeah, to dive right in. You see, I had Better Call Saul on the running
saw
order.
that,
That's
yeah.
timely, right? The show that ended like 5 years ago.
Did you not watch it when it was out?
So I had watched 90% of it, or I guess mathematically probably 80% of it.
Yeah.
But there was like a delay between the last season and everything that had come prior, I think.
Okay.
Or I just didn't have the streaming service when the last season came out. But anyway, I hadn't watched the final season. So I did like not a whole series, but I think season 4, 5, and 6, with 6 being the
Rerun.
last.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's funny. I had in my notes here. I was like, I don't even want to talk about it actually because it's so good, dude. The end is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so well constructed. It's so well acted. It's so well written that I feel like I would have to actually like write about it properly to talk about
give
it.
it's-
I'm not just gonna like blather about it.
Yeah, give it its proper due.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure tons of people already have. It's old news, but man, that
yeah.
show is so good. Did you ever watch any of
I
that?
never watched
Did you watch
it,
Breaking
no.
Bad at all either?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I watched Breaking Bad.
Okay, well, you should watch Better Call Saul. I think it's better than Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I was late to all of it. I've never watched... I watched Breaking Bad, like, way late.
Yeah.
I watch everything super late.
I like to watch things late. I save stuff these days. Like,
Yeah.
this is one that I had kind of saved.
You had known about it.
I knew it was out. I was like, yeah, there's going to be a day I'm going to want to marathon something that I know is, like, reliable quality, top-notch quality.
Yeah.
And then you just have something to bust out, like the last season of Better Call Saul.
It's not a bad thing to have waiting.
Or like, what's another one? I did that with something else recently, too. I don't know. But, yeah.
Saving TV up.
Oh,
Saving
the
entertainment
Bear,
up.
the newest season of The Bear I just watched, too.
There you go.
I didn't
Waited a
save
little
that
bit.
one quite as long, but I saved it for a little bit.
Couldn't wait too long.
Yeah, that's the best show. But yeah, aside from that, I've just been trying to keep up with house cleaning after Dad.
Oh, cleaning up after a toddler.
Our Tasmanian devil of a father, our feral father.
It's truly feral. It's insane.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Oh,
You got anything for Casual Corner?
Casual corner. I feel like I've been here a lot.
Yeah, you've been working nonstop, dude.
Been hanging out here a lot. No, it's good. Been tinkering with the new roaster. It's got it up and running. And yeah, things are going good. We got our 5-year in roasting in Michigan party next Saturday.
Is that this coming set? No.
Yeah, this coming Saturday.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yep.
Time is flying.
Time is flying by. I can't believe it's already here. I think both Rosie and I were caught off guard by this coming up. So, but yeah, it's gonna be fun though. It'll be laid back but fun.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, that's about it really. I feel like I've just been working, playing video games,
Do you have your computer set back up, or you're just using this guy?
just using this guy.
Sure.
Nothing very fun, and the internet,
Yeah.
situation we don't got to talk about.
Bad internets. We got bad internets at our house, too. Both
It's
of our
so slow.
temporary houses have terrible internets, dude.
Oh, we finally got fiber in the other house, and now we can't even live there.
Mine's
tragic.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
It's terrible timing.
Yeah, the internet's at my spot is like it's a decent speed, I feel like, but it just drops out. constantly.
Dude, that's what
On and
Comcast
off,
did
on
at
and off.
that apartment as well.
Yeah.
We used to have the highest speed internet, and it would work like a quarter of the time.
Sure.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it's like you constantly have to just hit refresh on web pages when you're just browsing.
Yeah, then suddenly
'Cause-
it'll just like snap load
yeah,
everything
boom.
because it comes right back.
Everything's up now.
Yeah,
It's weird
it's
stuff,
really
man.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't live in a third world country or anything. I feel like we get on this rant every week.
Right.
Talking about how terrible things are.
Yeah, despite that, though, I did post some social media stuff this week, right?
Yeah.
If you saw our episode teaser for this episode, you saw the new third kit for Young Boys of Bern.
Beautiful kit.
We don't cover a lot of Swiss League stuff.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first collaboration between, this is again by Bureau Borscha, who does all these kits we cover, I feel like.
Yeah, all the good ones.
And a collaboration with Nike. Have you seen them
Interesting.
do a Nike kit?
No.
Maybe they did. Did you know they redesigned the crest for Inter Milan when they redid their crest a few years ago?
No, I did not know that.
And that might have been a collab with Nike. I'm not sure. Although I feel
Okay.
like that would have been direct with the club. But anyway,
Yeah,
this kit's pretty sweet, right?
it is. It's beautiful.
The theme was the end of summer, and it's a very summery picture, very summery kit.
Yeah.
The kit literally looks like a pool float,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah.
It's like shimmery
It's
and
so
that
good.
gold. It makes me want to float down a river so bad.
Yeah,
It's a really nice shirt.
it's very, very nice.
Um,
I like these kit drops for these like small clubs. Like
Yeah.
Young Boys, I know they're fairly big. For who like, but like
In
you don't
Switzerland,
get to
though.
see. Yeah, you don't get to see Swiss clubs very
big
often.
in Switzerland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we know Roger Federer's from there, and that's it. Have you ever? Have you seen Bern? It's such a beautiful city.
Oh, I'm sure it's paradise.
We don't need to feel bad for them
Yeah,
for slating
exactly.
them. They're doing just fine for themselves.
Yeah, and now they have hot kits.
Yeah, right. I also have Ipswich on here. We praised their home and away kits on the socials also.
It's true.
Both pretty cool. I was going to
like the
say, and
extra
then,
note underneath.
yeah, unfortunately, it turns out they're all branded with Ed Sheeran logos. I didn't know what that was. I just thought it was math, it's math
Yeah.
science.
Yeah, that's an Ed Sheeran thing.
Apparently,
I
that's
didn't know that either.
his logo. He's the shirt sponsor, and he's a part owner of the club as well,
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
which is an issue we'll come back to. I really had to deal with a lot this weekend.
yeah, yeah.
Which is the most beta energy of all time, having Ed Sheeran be the face of your club. It's not
Tractor
competitive.
Boys, though, dude. Come on.
The Tractor Boys.
Tractor Boys.
That is
Mount up.
what a nickname.
It's a great
Is it
nickname.
straight to the top of the nickname table for them?
Yeah,
You know.
they got that going for 'em, no matter what, no matter how the season goes for them.
But yeah, did I say it? They dropped a blackout third kit.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I saw that you have that listed here, and I was like, I need to look that up real quick.
It's pretty. I mean, it's just like their away kit except the blackout. It's pretty cool,
Ooh, it is cool.
right?
Yeah, that's classy. Man, that's really. Oh yeah, that's like his tour. It's like a sponsorship like ad for his tour.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's funny. I didn't know that at all.
I didn't know that either.
It is a
until-
good sponsor though. It sucks. 'cause
It
it's
does.
Cool.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Until match day one comes around, and you cannot get that man's face off your television. But anyway,
Hilarious.
you see, I also have on here the Athletic dropped their kit rankings list. Did you see that?
I did.
They have the best kits in the league, and
Best
they did the
and
best
worst.
away. Yeah.
I have the best away one up here, which made me laugh because the first one I couldn't agree with them more.
Oh, really?
Number 20, if the rankings.
Oh, the Arsenal kit. I think a lot of people would disagree with you, but
I
yeah,
know, it's hilarious. I liked that the Athletic is on my side with this one. I thought I was the only hater out there.
it's really funny. Yeah, I was gonna say lately I've been like insecure and jealous of other footballing outlets that have like a lot more resources.
Yeah.
So when I saw that they were posting these lists, I was like, man, let's see this awesome, thorough coverage they did of the away kits in the Premier League. And honestly, I was like, this list kind of fucking sucks, dude. Like this guy has trash taste.
Yeah.
All the interns
Yeah.
in the world aren't going to give you good taste. That new Aston Villa kit, that white away shirt that they dropped on opening day,
yeah.
they're like, this is absolutely smashing. I think it's the most shit generic kit I've ever seen, dude. Absolutely hate it. And they have it at like number 2 or number 3.
Oh, the Villa kit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this one, the white
Isn't
one.
that what I said, Villa?
It's at 5.
Oh, it's at 5.
But
Okay.
still, they do say start it by saying smashing.
Don't call out my exaggerations.
Smashing.
I
I mean, smashing is a pretty
yeah, smashing is
terrible way to start that, but
Yeah.
they also loved the Fulham kit that we were making fun of.
Yeah, is that in the top 5
That's
also?
that's number 2.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a terrible list. I didn't like it.
It is a terrible list.
But
The only thing I agree with them on is
Is
the
the
fact
Arsenal
that the
kit
Arsenal
being
kit's no good, which a lot of people would disagree with them on that.
True.
but
True.
I'm with him on
I think they had Liverpool ranked pretty low too, which I do agree with. I think it's more the top end of the list that I disagree with. They've got some dog shit in there.
Honestly, I gotta say, I kind of like this Everton kit.
Which one is that?
The gray one with like just the yellow.
Yeah, I think
it's not bad.
I think conceptually, yes, but I think also the Castore execution can look pretty cheap. I think that might be a flattering photo.
Okay. Yeah, because I just like the colors. I like that yellow with the gray.
Yeah.
That style, that like bright.
Yeah, the
yellow.
palette, the color scheme's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or it could be. It's got potential. You know?
Definitely. I liked Palace's kits today. I don't think I had seen those.
The away kit?
Ones.
Yeah, they're pretty cool,
wild,
right?
and
With
I like 'em.
I think it's an eagle graphic.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what the players were playing in them.
Yeah,
they
but
just look good.
Two tones, yellow. Yeah, pretty cool
Yellow
stuff.
and blue.
Nice and loud.
I love a good loud yellow kit.
Same. And there's a few this year, I think.
There's a lot, I feel like. I feel like the yellow kits are in right now.
Yeah, they're popping off.
Which I'm fine with. I like it. Brighton's got a good one.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking, like, it's nice.
It's good stuff.
It's a good blue.
Even that terrible sponsorship logo looks good on there.
Yeah, it's just one of the random betting ones, right?
Also, as much as we hate Man City.
Oh, their away kit's great.
7? I'm sorry.
They have it at
That's
7.
like got to be top 2.
Top 3, definitely.
Top 3 easily.
I think so.
That kit's so good.
I think it's already been announced it's their best-selling kit ever.
Yeah.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, it's basically, yeah. I think it is the record selling. It's a sick kit. I get it. If I was a City fan, I would definitely be buying that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Well, that's all the kit talk we got. Kit talk's slowing down because soccer talk's speeding up.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we dive into it?
Yeah, let's go for it. Season has officially started.
Before we do that, this is we're gonna kick things off as the league kicked off with Manchester United hosting Fulham, which is the perfect time to plug our Patreon. We gotta plug the old Patreon. This week, launching alongside this episode, we're going to have a Patreon episode. Listen along with me and Alex as we watch the very first game of the season.
Yeah.
Manchester United hosting Fulham. Getting a pretty convincing win. I don't think it's a spoiler at this point to say.
Yeah.
If you're listening into this, you're probably aware of that result.
Yeah, I would think so.
And, Alex sat and I sat right in here. We watched it and mostly provided unrelated commentary.
Yeah, exactly. The game wasn't exactly the most fascinating game to watch, so we just talked nonsense mostly. Yeah,
but we'll have that up live on the Patreon this week, and hopefully more regular content coming soon. Folks, there's a few more reasons, actually. I lowered the Patreon costs.
Nice.
Our standard entry is $3 a month, or you can do the Ultras subscription for $10 a month. That's exactly the same thing.
Nice.
Just to give more if you want
to. Be cool.
But $3 a month, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And also, I got a notification this week that Apple will be adding fees to Patreon content subscribers starting in November. But if you subscribe before November, you get grandfathered in without the fees built into your cost.
Nice. That's awesome.
So sign up before November if you have a hankering.
There we go.
For some pankering. Did that work?
Did something.
All right, let's just go to Manchester United 1, Fulham 0.
Whew.
Ten Hag said they weren't ready, you know?
Yeah.
They had a big defensive revamp going into the season.
A lot of changes.
And, no time to bed those new defenders in, though, so we did get a Harry Maguire farewell tour for this.
We did. And it was pretty Harry Maguire-esque, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
Came away with a clean sheet. What can you say?
Yeah.
You know?
He had some pretty classic, like just full-on tackles and blasting the ball away. And
yeah, just a lot of awkward-looking movements.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of, elbows in the air.
Yeah.
You know?
Flailing around, looking like he's not going to be able to kick the ball from the position he's in.
Also, regarding United's completely revamped backline, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is gone to West Ham. That's a super sad one for me.
Yeah.
For me, that's the guy that really kind of signals the end of the meme era for United.
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka is the one for me. I think maybe for a lot of Liverpool fans too, because when they're just throwing away all that money over the past 5-6 years on just mediocre players, just buying, the Wan-Bissaka one stood out because they were all so convinced that he was so much better than Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's coming from a place of Liverpool salt.
Of course.
But that was the comparison. He was playing ahead of Trent in the England team.
Yeah.
You know, they were yada-yadaing his way into being an elite fullback.
Yeah.
And that dude is
Never
so
happened.
mid. It's incredible. A more accurate comparison is Ali Sissoko, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Ali
Yeah.
Sissoko from the Hodgson years?
Of course.
Yeah. So it's really sad. Ten Hag and United seem to actually be building a squad now.
They're kinda
rather
getting
than
it
just
together
like
over
a
there.
collection of famous assholes.
Yeah.
And that was a big pillar of the terrible United years for me.
Yeah,
Wan
that's
Bissaka.
hilarious. That's a good way to mark,
Maybe
the end of an era for them.
Who did you think of first when you think of like the joke, the meme era for United?
Oh, man.
Anyone stand out? I mean, Pogba for his, not necessarily for his play though, just for him
Yeah,
causing
exactly.
trouble in the locker room.
I mean, Phil Jones
Jones is another
is
classic
another
one.
classic.
Yeah.
Just blockheaded idiot. But there's just like, I mean, he just had the look on his face all the time of just like complete bewilderment at
Yeah.
what was happening out there.
Absolutely. Him and Ole.
Yeah, it's true.
But let's talk positive about United because they won this game pretty convincingly, I think. And like I said, it really seems like the meme years are behind them.
Yeah, Fulham
Seems like
had
they're-
like moments of control, like brief moments of
Sure.
control in the game, but overall they didn't really threaten United all that much.
No, Fulham are a decent team. I don't think they're pushovers at all.
No.
And United looked really threatening a lot of times. Could have had a
They
lot
did.
more goals than one.
Probably should have had a lot more goals than one.
Yeah. I don't know about this new defense. There's a lot of huge names back there. Like we haven't really gotten to see it gel yet. Defense takes time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's first game of the season.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see if they can gel it together. Tell you, Martinez being fit again's huge. Though.
Yeah, he's so good. Dude.
He is so good.
Funny little spat between him and Adama Traore
Yeah.
sprung out of this game.
I love all the that was a headline everywhere after that game.
Martinez, it's a funny dig to see. I sent him to the gym.
It's pretty funny.
It is.
It's pretty funny. But
Given
yeah,
given Traore's physique.
that dude is boss.
And embarrassing that Traore came back at him. Don't worry, I'll meet again. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
come on.
don't respond to that. You gotta
You
let
know.
that go. Dude.
Yeah.
With a picture with him with a sleeveless shirt on. Did you see that?
I didn't see this.
Oh no, Traore responded with a
Flexing
picture
on
of
him?
him flexing, looking like Mr. T, and said like, "Don't worry, we'll meet again." It's super teenage edgelord kind of.
I
vibe.
love it, dude.
It's like,
it
wow,
up.
he got under your skin.
He really did.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
But yeah, Martinez just bossed him. Traore is not famous for his end product,
Yeah.
but he didn't get close to providing anything really.
No, he did not. He did not look threatening at all in that game.
United without Rasmus Højlund, ostensibly their first choice number 9, without Jadon Sancho, who it looks like is on the way out the door.
Yep,
Still looked super dangerous in attack,
they did.
honestly.
Um,
Bruno looked great,
Bruno
pulling the
looks good.
strings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were laughing at one point in that because I think one of the commentators took a shot at Bruno's performance.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were like, he's literally controlling this game for United. What do you mean he's?
Been by far their best player.
Yeah, how is you picking him out as the problem right now?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was
Yeah,
before they obviously got the goal. But yeah, it was hilarious.
definitely.
Bruno's always. I mean, I hate him, but he's always good.
He is. Well, not always.
Not always good.
No,
actually.
yeah.
He can go just. Actually, that's hard. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
when he's
a
getting
lot
on
to
the
say.
ball, pulling the strings, like, yeah, he can run the show.
Xerxes, new
Oh, yeah.
potential new striker filling in.
Yeah, it's funny I didn't even have him in my notes.
Great goal. Just kind of a classic poacher, like stick out the foot, poke it home.
A lot has been made of Ruud van Nistelrooy being on the coaching staff there, talking to these
Ooh.
strikers a lot, trying to get United's goal-scoring instincts back where they used to be.
Yeah,
It's a very Van Nistelrooy goal, wasn't it?
It actually was. Yeah, yeah. It's funny now that you say that. I
Little
didn't put that
poacher's
together
poke.
in my head, but that was definitely very Van Nistelrooy.
Man, that's not what I want to see.
No, not at all.
Super clinical little poacher dancing around the box there.
No, because that's exactly what they were missing the first half of that game.
Mm-hmm.
They were creating a lot, but they just didn't have anybody in the box to put it away. And then he came on and did it right away almost.
Yeah, if that guy's as clinical as he made it look that day, then we could be in for something here,
Yeah, good things to come for United fans.
right? You got anything else on United Fulham?
Nah.
Cool.
I'll say this, the last thing I'll say is did feel a little preseason still. The energy and the vibe of the game.
I actually had that in my notes as well.
Still felt very
same kind of
preseason
sloppiness, a little
Yeah.
bit of roughness,
casual passes going out of bounds, just a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of weird break up and play.
right.
But Still deserved winners.
Well, let's move on to Saturday. Saturday kicked off with Ipswich Town hosting a Premier League match for the first time in 22 years.
Crazy.
Hosting Liverpool. It's funny, I think on the last episode I said they'd never been in the Premier League era. When I think their promotion was announced, I remember talking about, oh yeah, I think I remember seeing that when I first started watching. And sure enough, there is footage of Liverpool team, that team that I remember from the early 2000s playing Ipswich.
Okay.
So yeah, but 22 years ago, Ipswich Town were last seen in the Premier League.
It's a long time ago. They've been close several times recently.
Yeah, it's true.
Finally broke through.
Now they have a super manager. What is his name? Lawrence McKenna? Something McKenna. He's a hottie. He was tipped with the United job over the summer, actually,
really?
before they recommitted to Ten Hag. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, 2 promotions in a row. A really hot prospect. In the build-up to this game, Ipswich signed Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, that's a big signing.
Yeah, one of the 2 teams in this match signed a really prominent number 6.
Yeah.
Not
right?
Liverpool.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I said last week I wasn't going to take this match for granted. We knew a new team coming up is going to be full of blood and thunder.
Yep.
You know, the stadium was going to be up and at 'em.
For sure.
When I said all of that, I did not know that they were sponsored by Ed Sheeran. I wouldn't have been nervous at all, dude. Again, it's the most beta mascot energy of all time, dude.
What do you mean? You don't think Ed Sheeran stuff?
Dude, honestly, I had a little bit of a bad feeling like pre-match because we're sponsored by Lucozade again. And for the past few years, we've been sponsored by Gatorade. Now we're back to Lucozade, and it reminds me so much of like the Hodgson era years.
Oh, boy.
Dude. Seeing the Lucozade bottle sitting on the Liverpool press conference table looks so off-brand.
That's bad.
I'm like, oh god, the bad years are coming back, dude. But then at Ipswich, dude, they just kept cutting to Ed Sheeran's stupid face in the crowd.
They did a lot of
so many times they cut to him, and I was like, I cannot be intimidated by this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they did do too much, far too much cutting. I get like talking about it, the link, but it was constant.
It was so much.
Every reaction was his reaction.
It was almost more than Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
dude.
it was insane.
It was that level of shit going on. But onto the football. You know, Ipswich came out as expected. So much energy.
So intense.
Their reputation for high pressing was very well founded. They pressed with 4 guys up high. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to get a lot of teams with that this year.
They are. I was nervous about it at first, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll result in wins in the end, but they'll get teams early on in games like that.
Yeah, you know, they had this reputation for being able to go the full 90, but I think Arne Slot said something like, I didn't think they'd be able to do that for the full 90, and sure enough, they weren't.
Yeah, I don't think you can play at that intensity level for 90 minutes.
Yeah, so Liverpool were able to ride it and then take pretty good control in the second half.
Pretty comfortable in the second half.
Of note, at the time, Gerald Kwanzaa, young center back for Liverpool, was subbed off at half. At the time, I thought it was an injury, had assumed it was an injury. It was tactical. Now we have a Dutch manager, dude, and he's just absolutely
he's
ruthless, dude.
Yeah, wow.
Absolutely ruthless. He was losing battles in the air. We needed to get control. So he brought Konate in for Kwanzaa at the half.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty stone cold.
That is stone cold.
For such a young defender, but I think that is a hallmark of having a Dutch guy in charge. It's going to be like that.
Yeah, they are kind of cold when it comes to management, huh?
And they're cold, I think. They're just matter of fact in everything they do.
Yeah.
You know? That's the
what I
stereotype.
think is going to help us win, we're going to do.
Yeah. Proved himself right. We absolutely took control after the half, and it really looked more like we'd expect. You know? I thought it was really funny that the slot revolution is supposed to be based around transitioning from a counterattacking team to a possession-based team, more City-esque. Seems like all the highlights were still counterattacks.
Yeah.
Right?
It seemed very end-to-end quick stuff still happening.
The goal, Jota's goal, was a lovely, lovely counterattack.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah, it didn't feel too different in game 1.
No, I was seeing stuff. You're seeing more dedication to playing out of the back. Not that didn't happen under Klopp, but towards like late stage Klopp, Liverpool weren't as hesitant to just hoof it.
Just boot it upfield.
And we're seeing a lot less of that. Although, again, that goal, our best goal this weekend did come from
something like that.
A play from Allison up. So, you know.
Yeah, it's too early to tell.
Too early to tell. What else do I have here? One of my most interesting notes is Ipswich is a throwback to the early 2000s, and no better symbol of that than their keeper, who looks like an absolute regen of Mark Schwartzer. Did you notice that? He looks like a young Mark Schwartzer, dude. It was absolutely
It's
insane.
like we just traveled back in time. We started the loop over
It's
again.
like they did a AI like de-aging Mark Schwartzer,
Yeah.
dude. He has the same
clone.
receding hairline, same shape face. I'm gonna put some pictures up, dude. He looks so much like him.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, dude.
Hopefully, we'll see if he's as good as Mark Schwarzer was.
Yeah. Bold on my notes. Anyway, thank God Ed Sheeran left at halftime. For the
Oh, he
second
did?
half, we
I didn't
didn't
even
have to
notice
keep
that he
getting the
wasn't there.
cuts. Yeah. You know? Yeah, dude. Ipswich came flying in. I have here like a wrestler entering the Royal Rumble, dude. You know, they came out high and sprinting. They tried to drop kick us in the face, but we flipped them right out of the ring.
Yeah,
It was pretty easy, dude.
In the end.
Yeah. I have fun games, similar preseason vibes to the Man U Fulham game. It was rough around the edges, but
Yep.
good high energy, fun game. You know?
I feel like that was kind of the theme of the weekend.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's fine. I didn't need all the quality in the world, dude. The
No.
Premier League is so fun, dude.
It's
It was
just entertaining.
fun to be back
Yeah.
and like at it, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
Really, really, really fun. So, Diaz, I was really frustrated with Luis Diaz
Yeah, you
this
did bitch about
weekend.
Diaz at one point.
Now look, I'm not comparing him to cocaine just because he's Colombian. But dude, he just looks like so much fun until he gets to the end, and then he just kind of freaks out at the end.
Yeah, he's one of those kind of classic players where you're like, he's this close to being unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just the final product is just off.
Yeah, he's just like freaks out in the box. He has no chill final touch.
Yeah, he can't turn it down to like make that calm pass.
Right. Also worth noting is with all the drama on Liverpool kind of getting poked at for not signing a 6, Ryan Gravenberch made a pretty solid case for himself at 6.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
he did. Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. I don't know that he looked quite as confident and smooth as Zubimendi, but he was getting the job done, you know?
Yeah, and like we said, for everything, his first game of the season, everybody looks a little rough at the moment.
True.
So
He was consolidating possession. He was hitting some passes. I liked him. You know, just final note, Ipswich are a bunch of little fucking tryhards, dude. They're that team.
they're going to be annoying as hell.
I think it's going to be an annoying away day for a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
You're just like, God, will these fucking kids just settle down?
And if they can do that and keep it up for the season, they'll probably stay up. Those annoying ass teams never go down.
Right.
They always piss me off and grind out results and find a way.
Yeah, I think they can be that team.
If they can keep that up all season, maybe they're staying up.
All right, let's move on to Arsenal Wolves. Arsenal 2, Wolves 0.
Yeah, pretty cozy win in the end, I guess, but not so much if you watch the game.
Is that how it felt for you?
Yeah.
I have to admit, I was watching 2 games at once here, so my
Oh, okay.
focus did split between this and Everton Brighton.
I missed chunks of it as well because I was working during it.
Okay.
But that David Raya save in the first half.
Incredible.
Definitely could have been a different match if that had gone in.
For sure.
Arsenal looked comfortable enough, but yeah, if that goes in,
You think that sets the fucking tone?
that sets the tone for the game to be a little more intense. But yeah, it was a pretty satisfying game for the most part. Kai Havertz first goal.
Nice.
Kai Osaka with a beautiful assist.
I've noticed that across the board, the people you think are going to be getting goals or want to be getting goals seem to be getting goals. A lot of forwards getting goals.
There's a funny video I watched before the game where they were asking like who's going to get they're asking all the first team players who's going to get the first goal, who's going to get the first assist.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them are answering Kai for that. And when it's his turn, he's like doing it with somebody else, and they're like who's going to get the first goal? And the guy looks at it, he goes Kai. And he just goes, instead of answering, he just goes, thanks. He doesn't give an answer himself.
That's pretty funny.
But it's awesome. But yeah, that was nice to see. And then the dramatic moment of the game from Havertz. Did you see that moment with the chokehold?
Yeah.
How is
definitely.
that not a red card?
I don't know.
I've seen, I thought during the moment it was a red card. And then now I just keep seeing other images of it, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, they have
How
a lot.
is that
They have
not-
him on camera from like 4 different angles.
He's
choke slams
him
Havertz.
to the ground
Yeah.
and it looks directly at him while he's doing
standing
it.
over him, looking him in the eye while he's...
And then he tries to look away last second like nothing's happening. And it's like, dude, you very clearly just slammed him by his throat to the ground.
That's true.
It was insane. Luckily, none of that mattered, though.
Yeah.
In the end, Havertz got the last laugh.
Unbelievable, dude.
Bukayo Saka with a beautiful finish. The boys, like, they look. It's weird. I was thinking this during the game. I still am not used to coming into a season just like looking ready.
Sure.
Like Arsenal looked like they looked confident. They looked ready.
You mean the difference between coming into a season as like a rebuilding club versus like a stable team?
Whereas like I always let myself get overhyped during rebuilding times. During our bad seasons, I'd always get hyped up for the season at the beginning, no matter what.
Yeah.
But inevitably there's always the realism of we aren't going to win shit this year.
Sure.
But now it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm still not used to going into a season being like, oh damn, we look ready. We look ready as fuck. So we'll see. We'll see if we can actually do it.
Right on.
But yeah, it's weird. It's weird having the season back. I'm really not ready for it. It's funny.
You know who else is not ready?
Ooh.
United were claiming they're not ready, but Everton is properly not ready.
Everton is not ready.
Dude, that squad looks bleak when you look at their starting lineup.
It's funny is I feel like before this game kicked off, I was watching the coverage and I saw somebody mentioning that they picking Everton to win this game. And I was like, really? Why would you pick Everton to win?
No, that's insane. I mean, Brighton had a little bit of a downturn last season, undeniably.
Yeah, of course.
But that was, I think, all around De Zerbi kind of angling for a big job somewhere.
Yeah, there was a lot of De
Zerbi was getting a little salty,
camp.
thinking he was too big for Brighton, even though he moved to Marseille in the end.
Yeah, I didn't get that big job he thought he was going to get.
And, I think it's understandable that would drag them down a little bit. They got a hot new American manager.
Yeah.
They're making tons of moves in the transfer market. They actually just broke their club record transfer. They, for Leeds United's Jorginho Rudder.
Interesting.
Yeah, 40 million transfer
40 million
release
for him,
clause for that guy. Yeah, dude. If you think
That's
about
interesting. That's huge.
Yeah, what Brighton gets out of like a £7 million signing, imagine what a £40 million signing for Brighton's
what did they
like.
see in this kid that they're willing to spend that much on him?
Yeah, I know Leeds are trying to hold on to him too.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
So far Brighton they basically don't miss when it comes to transfers.
No, they really don't. They also signed a midfielder from Mainz named Brahan Gruda. A 20-year-old midfielder who had just broken through at Mainz last season.
Ooh, okay.
So don't know
Another one to
anything
look out
about
for.
any of these players, but every time Brighton signs a player, it's like, well,
you just expect it to be.
watch this guy.
Yeah, this kid could be unbelievable.
And then we go on to Everton, who are starting with Ashley Young at fullback.
Ashley Young, who didn't last the full 90.
Dude, Everton, you don't have their lineup in front of you, do you?
No,
their back four is just, you look at those same old tired faces across their back four, and you're like, these poor guys. I know, I think Ashley Young is their third choice fullback, but he's out there, baby.
You're looking at Ashley Young,
Tarkovsky,
Keane, and Mikalenko.
Michael Keane and Mikalenko, dude. Just a lineup of calamity and liabilities back there, dude. It's so bad.
Man.
Honestly, I'm getting to like a leave Brittany alone kind of level with Everton, where I've had enough of them
being so embarrassing.
Like I have said in the past and maybe pretty recently on this podcast that I would love for them to debut their fancy new stadium in the championship.
It would be very funny.
So funny. But the situation is getting sad enough now that I almost don't want
feel
them.
bad for them.
Yeah, even though this is the season where they would need to go down for that to happen.
Yeah.
This is their last
possible.
season in Goodison.
It's possible based on how things are looking.
Yeah, and so, man, they start against Brighton 3-0 or 0-3 at home.
Yeah, at home
with a man sent off.
To like a good Brighton side, to be fair.
A good Brighton
side. But still,
side,
at home, an
fair.
Everton team has to be wanting at least a point out of that.
Dude, even the worst ever teams in the past have always had like one or two electric players to kind of pull them through stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They've always had some decent players that you're like, oh, damn, that guy's good.
They have.
They just lost one.
They did. They lost arguably the last one in their squad, and Amadou Onana. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it right. He's a good player.
He is.
He was a huge player for them.
Now, I think arguably their last bit of value in their squad at all is what's his face, Jared Branthwaite, and he wasn't even in the squad for this match. I think Sean Dyche has admitted I think they're gonna have to sell him too, because they need money desperately. Hurts. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to dunk on Everton right now. It's tough, dude. It's really tough over there right now.
Yeah, things are not looking good for them.
I don't see a lot of optimism. Calvert-Lewin being fit at number 9 is like their most optimistic talking point, I feel
like.
It's
like, can he stay fit and can he start scoring goals again? There's a lot of like question marks there.
Exactly.
Tons of question marks there.
Yeah. Regarding their sale, they have granted a new exclusivity period to a new American billionaire. So that means there's a new guy looking at their books. But I think the last 2 buyers that have done this, taken a month to look at their finances, have pulled out. So that's not no guarantee of anything.
Yeah, it's not looking optimistic for him to get that deal done.
Right. But let's flip it. On the other hand, Brighton looked really fresh and revitalized under an American, Fabian Hersler. I can't believe how young this guy is, dude.
It's insane.
Younger than both of us, I think.
I think so. How old is he?
He's 35, I think.
Yeah, he's younger than both of us.
Unbelievable, dude.
Oh, God. Not only are the players making us look bad now this guy.
Dude, seriously. I had that in my notes, actually. I remember the feeling when players first start being younger than you, and you're like, God, that's so depressing. Now the managers are younger than us, too.
I know, it's bad.
That's how old we're getting, Alex.
We're getting old.
I also noted he looks a lot nicer than he did in his promo photos. Managers always look a little bit tough in their promo photos.
To be tough guys.
He looks straight up like a girls' volleyball coach.
Yeah, he looks like a nice guy.
Such a nice dude. Knows what he's doing, I think. Brighton looks
seems like he knows what he's doing.
That's why I was so confident in declaring that it was just a temporary lull last season.
Yeah.
Because they looked right back at
also, they don't, we always talk about them not missing with signings, but they do not miss with management either.
No, they really don't.
They just hire good managers, and they clearly, if this guy got the stamp of approval from whatever team they're using to find people, you just got to trust him at this point.
I think it comes down to, like we talked about during the Euros, having a good system in place. Spain versus England was the example we talked about. But much like Spain, Brighton just have this system in place where they can plug and play guys, and they have all the support they need. They have a philosophy in place. They have a training center in place. And they can get a manager that can just handle the week to week of managing these dudes.
Yeah, a pretty solid squad of players.
You know?
Yeah, not an overly expensive squad of players, but a really solid squad of players.
Totally. And they look great. Helps when you sign a $7 million player from Japan called Kaoru Mitoma.
Yeah, and he
looks fucking awesome. He's right back at it.
I know. I'm glad he's looking great again.
Yeah. Love a Japanese international.
I was worried that he was going to have like a one season moment, and I'm like, oh, no, he's back.
Did you ever really think that?
No.
No, dude.
Really, he looks
deal,
legit.
Dude.
I'm honestly like, it's probably because he had a little bit of a lull there that he might be still at Brighton.
True.
That nobody's swooped him up yet.
He had an injury for the last part of the season,
he did,
right?
Yeah, he was out for a little while. But that probably saved Brighton from losing him this summer.
For sure.
We'll see if anyone gets tempted.
But yeah, Brighton put a pretty solid hurting on Everton there, leaving Everton rock bottom. I was going to say, it sucks. Everton conceded a late third goal, and then actually conceded a late fourth goal that they were really lucky was like an inch offside.
Yeah.
But 3 was enough to leave them rock bottom on the table.
Hurts.
It's just like, in terms of like your morale, it's not what you want to see as an Everton fan. Match week 1, boom, like stone cold bottom of the table.
Ooh, that hurts.
I probably look like I'm enjoying this again. God damn it. I'm trying to be nicer.
But no, it really does. It really is.
It's just tougher. I feel for Everton fans.
I mean, we've been there. I've been there, but like Arsenal, I feel like when we've been at that point, it hasn't been at home against a team that we should be competing with.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been humbled by some bigger teams at home early in the season or to start the season at the bottom, but it hurts. It hurts to be down there because it feels like a long way back up, even though like there's like no points on the board, you know?
For sure. And when all the behind-the-scenes news is negative, you just need that to go right.
You need some results.
You know?
Yep.
What's next on the agenda?
Chelsea, Man City.
Oh, yeah. Little game there.
Little game we just
We annoyingly delayed the recording of this episode to watch.
yeah,
Wasn't worth it.
was not worth it. Not all that entertaining.
Nah, pretty routine. Was it ended 1-0 or 2?
2-0.
Yeah, they did sneak another, didn't they?
They got a second. Yep.
Yeah, but pretty routine. Man City win away to Chelsea.
Yeah, I would say so. Holland with a tidy finish, of course, to get City
That was a
up and
nice
running.
finish,
It was a
actually.
beautiful finish.
Yeah, he was moving.
I was very upset.
Moving the wrong way to lob it over
Chip
the
it back,
keeper. He chipped
classic finish.
Chipped it back against his angle of travel.
Yep.
It was pretty sexy.
Very classy finish.
Big Erling Haaland fan. Just gonna say it again.
Yeah, he is unfortunately unbelievable, and it's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. He goes dancing in tracksuits.
I'm hoping this is the last year we have to see him playing in City Blue.
I know, dude.
I want to love him again.
He's a clubbing, Norway loving, heavy metal giant goofball, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's so funny.
We just need him to leave City.
We really, truly do. The whole world needs that.
Yeah. And then Kovacic got the second goal, which
Oh,
is a
duh, banger.
little salt in the wound for
Absolute
Chelsea.
banger. He was super lame about not
I'm
celebrating it.
I hate the not celebration.
Shut up. And when they do it that dramatically,
Yeah, where they make a show out of not celebrating.
Mo Salah was a big fan of that.
I don't
his
like it.
previous
I know
clubs.
we've had players do it too, and
Yeah.
I'm not for it.
Not a fan,
You
folks.
celebrate those goals.
You celebrate. Or
You don't get to score. I mean, unless you're Erling Haaland, you're not scoring that many goals in the Premier League.
No.
Celebrate those goals.
Yeah. You know, it's the footballer equivalent of being a social justice warrior online. It's like, I'm not racist. He's like,
No,
look, I'm a nice guy.
Not me.
I'm a nice guy.
Not me. Not me.
Black Lives Matter. Science is real.
I kneel before the game.
But, yeah, Chelsea. Not much to say. Last week we commented on Romeo Lavia not getting any minutes this
Yeah,
year.
then he
Boom,
starts the
Maresca
season.
starts him right away. Apparently Maresca thinks he can start him and Caicedo together. That was the possibility we had not considered.
You know, I did not consider that one bit. I saw them together, and it literally took me a moment watching the match. I was like, that's Lavia out there, isn't it? I was like, wait a minute. They're playing both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say if it can work. I'm not going to judge Chelsea too much off of this result.
It's hard to say if that's Maresca's first plan. Who
Yeah,
knows?
It's true. I mean, he's got
Going on
like
with
50
that
players
squad.
to choose from, so
You know,
he's got a lot of options.
right?
Raheem Sterling left out of the squad.
Yeah, that's
Big news.
causing a big to-do.
Yeah. And
As it tends
the
to
English
be.
media does not like this. They're very upset.
No, it's a classic they took our derb
Yeah,
situation, dude.
exactly.
Right?
They can't believe that Sterling's been left out.
As a matter of fact, we should find a quote for one of our new section trophies of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Regarding Sterling. That could be up for the Brexit Award.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true, actually. Yeah, there's probably some good quotes about
Bringing
it out
in
there.
these fancy Portuguese players to
Yep.
kick our good English,
Kick good
hardworking
English
Englishmen
boys
out of the
out.
team. But
Put them out of work.
yeah, as it has been the case every season for the past few years, it's too soon to tell with Chelsea.
Way too soon to tell. It's just too, yeah. They didn't look horrible, but it was still kind of a mess. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many unknowns there.
Right.
Are they going to ship out some of these players? What is the plan over there?
Yeah, who knows? Is Maresca going to be able to manage this massive squad better than Pochettino did?
Yeah,
Pochettino, again, did a good job. It just
Yeah,
takes 6 to 9 months to figure out your squad when you have that
Especially
many
when you
players.
have many players. Yeah.
Yeah. So, will he
Yeah.
do it? Will he do as good a job as Pochettino did? Will he get the time to do it? I don't know.
We shall see.
Alex, those were the main games that I watched. Do you have notes from any other games?
I do have a little note from the Palace game.
Oh, right.
That unlucky Eze disallowed free kick.
Oh, what a beautiful free kick it
It
was.
was such a good free kick, man. That was the most anti-football thing we've seen all weekend.
Extremely anti-football.
The softest not foul in the box. The ref blows the whistle
How
for.
far out was that? 22 yards or so?
Yeah.
Kissed it off the near post and in.
Yeah.
You don't see that angle go in the way it did.
No, he tricked the shit out of that keeper.
It was a one of a kind.
beautiful free kick.
And
Very satisfying.
Disallowed for a little tussle. Just a little tussle. in the
Literally,
box.
Will Hughes ran into the defender and threw himself to the ground.
Had nothing to do with the goal whatsoever.
It was infuriating, dude. Absolutely infuriating.
That was anti-football.
Yeah. Wait, was it Will Hughes? Maybe, I don't know.
I think it was.
Yeah. I was very, very frustrated, though, with that.
We'll
And the
have
fact
to-
that they blew the whistle so that it couldn't even look at it at VAR.
Oh, I
Because
didn't realize
basically,
that.
if the whistle went before
Is
the
that what
ball went
happened?
in the net, it automatically invalidated
He
it.
whistled before it went in.
Yep.
Son of a bitch,
I
dude.
know.
The guy, that ref hates football was what I texted you,
Yep.
and
It's true.
really was the case.
That's really all I had for that, though.
No, thank you
I
for
felt
bringing
bad
that
for
up.
Palace.
I know we had a horrific injury at Nottingham Forest as well.
Oh, yeah, the Forest injury.
Who was that?
Danilo.
Danilo.
Another
at Forest.
horrific broken leg.
Yeah, I didn't see that
This
whatsoever.
time, not from. It didn't seem like it was from a tackle, like a bad tackle, which is good. But yeah, I think a player landed on his leg after like a challenge in the air and shattered his leg in
Gotcha.
a disgusting manner. They've actually, I got to say, the media did a great job of not showing this one at all because I couldn't find any images of it really.
That's good.
Which is a good thing, really. But they had the Forest like staff held flags around him in a square.
Okay.
Those are the first images I saw. I was like, "What happened at Forest?" Because I saw him like holding Forest flags in like a box around the middle of the pitch.
Got it. Little makeshift hospital room.
Yeah, blocking it off for Danilo, a little privacy for him.
Damn. Well, hope he's all right.
Yeah, me too. He's a player who, when he was coming up, he was linked with Arsenal briefly, and I watched a few little highlight videos here and there. I was like, he looked like a good player. I was interested to watch him in the Premier League.
I'm not gonna pretend I know a lot about him, but I don't wish him ill.
No, yeah. Hopefully he's not out too long, but we'll see.
Let's give out some trophies, dude.
Uh-oh.
We don't have to give out every category every weekend.
Mhm,
we can
mhm.
invent categories as we think of them. But I've got a trophy. Let's give the first Brexit award for dinosaur commentary to anyone that thinks it's a bad idea to drop Raheem Sterling for Pedro Neto. Right?
Right?
Let's see here. I have this isn't anything we talked about here. The Roberto Martinez trophy for failing upwards. Do you remember that relegated Vincent Kompany of Burnley is now managing Bayern Munich to their first win this weekend?
I completely You know what's funny is that is such a ludicrous thing to happen that it still didn't register in my brain that it was real.
Vincent Kompany, Bayern Munich. Insane.
Absolutely insane.
So that is
How did that happen?
the Roberto Martinez trophy for failing upwards.
Failing upwards in
You
the
know?
biggest possible way.
Yeah. And then I think the trophy that we really deserve to give out this week is the Craig Bellamy Heel of the Week award.
Ooh.
This goes to Yersin Mascara of Wolves for choke-slamming Kai Havertz and scooping Gabriel Jesus' butthole.
Oh, how did we not mention the butthole scoop? during
Both
the
of which
Arsenal
he
game?
did, neither of which earned him a card.
Nope.
That's Heel of the Week stuff right
That
there.
absolutely is. I
Right?
mean, that's some old school. I'm trying to think of like a good example of players that got away with that shit like consistently. Other than Bellamy, obviously.
Bellamy's a good one, although he didn't get away with it. Mope is a
that's true.
current embodiment.
Yeah, Mope has been a classic for the last like 5 years or so.
But yeah.
Dickheads.
Anyway.
But yeah, I forgot. How did I forget about the scoop of Jesus' asshole?
Right?
He really got in there.
And then Jesus got booked for retaliating.
I know,
to
right?
that. So that is true.
Jesus got sexually assaulted
golden
and
heel
then got
stuff
booked.
right there, dude.
Unbelievable stuff.
Unreal.
And
dude.
he literally chokeslammed Kai Havertz.
choke slammed
could
him
have severely
and
hurt
stood
him,
over
really.
him, threatening to kill him like a Mortal Kombat player.
Yeah, pretty insane stuff.
And
I remember the announcers during that were saying there was not really much pressure there. There's not much intent. And then you watch a replay and he bounces his chest off the ground.
could
before he
not
goes
be
onto his
more
neck.
intense.
It's like
saying, Canton, I didn't mean to jump kick a guy in the crowd. It's like,
exactly.
Insane stuff.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff.
And then my last note on here is just a classic stoned note. I actually laughed at myself when I typed this. It's a merchandising idea.
Ooh, okay.
It says we should make a shirt that says fashion, not fascism. Has nothing to do with soccer at all.
That's fantastic. No, that's a good.
I was like, I think I just
a good
said
high
those two
note.
words together one time, and I was like,
Fascism.
fascism.
Oh,
Yeah, good
I'm
stuff.
onto something.
Good stuff, folks. I think that's a perfect time.
That's a good time to wrap it up on that note.
Yeah, that's it. Episode 51 of Soccer
the
Situations.
books.
It's in the can. Premier League's back. Music's coming back. We'll be back. Check out patreon.com/soccer situations. Subscribe on YouTube. Go to Apple and review us. And have a good week.
Later, y'all.
Soccer situation.